5-second.
Welcome to the Health, Hospitals, and Social Services meeting. Our chair is absent today, and it's me, the vice chair, DeCosta Hastings, is heading up the meeting. I'm glad all of you are here. Is there any, let's see, I see the cliff notes here that are going on.
I think you're doing fine.
Yeah, you think I'm doing fine? Thank you, sir. All right.
You can read the first bill.
Yeah. Well, we have the first bill. The first bill is coming up. This is a resolution RS 2018-1045, sponsors Virtue, Gilmore, and others. This approves the amendments of a grant from Tennessee Housing Department Agency to the Metro Action Commission for low-income home energy assistance program, which is the LIHEAP services targeted towards the elderly, disabled, veterans, and households of children under the age of 6.
So moved.
Second.
All right, could we hear from the Social Services Division?
Metro Action Commission.
Metro Action
And,
Commission? Yeah, thank you.
Program, again, helps with energy payments, and we saw an incredible influx of customers that came in after the last cold snap, and so bills are still coming in. We saw bills as high as $500 to $800 for 1 month, and so this program definitely helps a lot of families. There is discussion in D.C. about the LIHEAP funding for next year by President Trump, and zeroing out that we hear it every year. Thankfully, it's never happened, but we are watching it just to see kind of what's going on in D.C.
All right, any discussion? Anybody else call for discussion? All right, that's your motion? Call for.
That was my vote.
Oh, that's your vote? All right, for everyone, that's 4. All right, and no against. All right, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Thank you very much.
6.
No, just 6.
6. Oh, wow, 6. Yeah. Wait, 6-4. 6-4.
6 in favor.
6-4, 0
Because
against.
the 4 will mess you up whenever you say
Yeah, you're trying to get 6-4, hurt for it. All right. Thank you very much. All right, the next, this is resolution 2018-1046, sponsors Virtue, Gilmore, and Allen. Approves the amendment for the contract with Vanderbilt University. Let me turn this way. Vanderbilt University and the Medical Center and the Metro Board of Health to participate as a member site in the city for disease control for tuberculosis.
So moved.
Second.
That's a long-running consortium that CDC funds through Duke, and Vanderbilt gets a part of it. They keep a doctor part-time at our place to participate in the consortium. They basically gained access to the TB patients coming to the health department for the purposes of they're assessing which TB treatments work most effectively. This adds a nurse to that process.
Okay. Good stuff. Any discussion? Any questions?
Sir.
All right. We'll vote those 4. All right. 6-4, 0 against. Thank you very, very much. All right. The next one approves amendments for 8 and 9 of grant. I'm sorry. Let me slow down. Resolution RS 2018-1047. Sponsors are Virtue and Gilmore. Approves the amendment of 8 and 9 to grant from the U.S. Environment Protection Agency to the Metro Board of Health to fund an ongoing program to protect the air quality, to achieve and establish air standards and protect human health.
So moved.
So
Second.
all right.
Send somebody with asthma.
Yes.
There are 2 amendments in here you notice. This is one of my favorite things. So this is our main air quality monitoring grant. Because the feds seem unable to fund anything past about 2 weeks at a time, the money tends to come in little increments over time. So you'll see 8, 9, 10, 12, 14 amendments to this by the time it's concluded. But 8 funds it. 9 fixes the funding in 8. But it's okay.
Okay.
They tried to change the match funds. And John Finke called them and said, whoa, what a second, what's this 47% business? And they said, oh, I'm sorry about that. So instead of fixing 8, they sent us 9.
Are the monitors still in the same places as always?
There are 6 of them, I want to say, and the EPA is real picky about where you put those. They make you put them in the places that are most likely to be bad.
Oh, okay.
And so they will assess it periodically, but there's one close to the intersection over here at the Silverman Evans Bridge, and that, because it's one of the most congested places in town, as a for instance. So it wouldn't do much good really to put one out in the middle of the countryside.
Yeah.
You want to put them where the air is likeliest to be worse.
Okay, good stuff. No more discussion. We call for a vote for those 4. All right, 6-4, 0 against again. Thank you very, very much. Let's go to the next. It is Resolution RS 2018-1048. Sponsors are Virtue, Gilmore, and Allen. Again, accept a grant from the Boulevard Vault, Inc. To Metro for the use and benefit of Metro Nashville Social Services Commission to benefit the Who's Nashville program, House Nashville program to aid homelessness.
So
All right,
moved.
that's a so moved. All right, and we'll get.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
House Nashville program, is that independent? Is it
I'm
under
sorry, I
Metro?
don't
Do you
have,
any
that's
idea?
social services,
Mike?
yeah, I do not.
Do you, is the House Nashville program independent? Is it a nonprofit? Is it,
From the way it's phrased in the legislation, it makes it look like it's a program implemented within social services.
right?
It actually even had a conflation of the name where it called it the House Nashville Commission, but it's, I think it's safe to say it is a social services program for homelessness.
That's just.
But are they
The question is if they're independent.
Are they independent? Is it a separate nonprofit, or is it part of Metro government?
My understanding is that it's not part of the government, but I can't swear to that. You'd have to check on it.
Chair, I'm going to ask that we defer this one and the next one until we have somebody from the department that can come here and answer the questions. Because I have a concern about us being the pass-through for monies
For a nonprofit.
for a nonprofit. So if we
Yeah.
can get greater clarification on that, I'd feel a whole lot better.
Because the budget has the new program to be
Exactly.
able to compete for those funds.
Is that a motion to defer?
Yes,
Second.
motion to defer.
Second. All right, we'll defer this. Defer it 1 meeting.
Take a vote on that?
Vote. Who's all for deferral? All right, is it just one? All right, you're for deferral. Okay. Defer. And that is 6 to defer. All right, let's see, and there is one more. Is the next one a part of that?
It's a separate one, but.
Oh, it's a separate one?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's the same thing, but different money.
Oh, okay. This is a 2018-1049. Virtual, Gilmore, and others accepts a grant from the Dorothy Kate and Thomas F. Frisk Foundation for Metro for the use and benefit of Metro Nashville Social Services Commission in support of the Who's Nashville Foundation. Are we deferring this as well?
I'd
with
like
this?
to move.
Move for deferral.
One meeting deferral.
All right, we have that all for the deferral, please. All right, that's 6 for the deferral. Okay. All right, the next one is Resolution 2018, we're doing all right, we're going. 2018-1055, sponsor is Mr. Schulman. Councilman Schulman is here. I guess he's here to talk about that. It's good to see you.
Good to see you.
All right. This aims, let me slow down, refers to Rosenberg. This is committees, and it aims to address the ending homelessness among students that attend Metro Nashville Public Schools.
Motion. Second.
All right. Mr. Sponsor, would you like to
Thank you, Mr.
speak on that?
Chairman.
All right, thank you.
So
obviously I've been working on homelessness issues. Some of the rest of you have too. And so I had a discussion with Judy Tackett, and we were trying to figure out, I was trying to figure out something where we could actually work on, where it was a number that we knew that we could start trying to address. I've known this for a while because I used to be on the board of Safe Haven. We have a number of of kids that go to school that are homeless. And there's a lot of bad things that happen in our world all too many times, but I worry about the fact that we have kids that wake up in the morning, either are in a car or in a hotel or sleeping on somebody's couch. And you know, it's hard enough, as we all know, it's hard enough to go to school or be in high school and be homeless. I mean, that's just one more thing in terms of a situation that kids have to deal with. So I talked to Martin North, who is here. I talked to Catherine Knowles, who works for the school system in homelessness. Sent it to Judy Tackett. And I think the idea was to let the vice mayor to create a committee to work with all those different parties. We would be working with the school board and everybody else, social services, to try to see if we could come up with some solutions in the next year that we could actually vote on before we get out of here for this term. 2,200 kids. So the idea is, what can we actually try to come up with where we can actually try to get a hold of this problem? You know, we have so many problems that we all work on. It'd be nice to deal with one and this one is important. I mean, there's a lot of important things, but I think we could focus on this one and maybe come up with some solutions. So again, it doesn't set out solutions. It just allows the vice mayor to pick a committee, start working on it.
I think that's a really good idea. I'm working with Judy on the homelessness project to copy what they did in Albuquerque.
Okay.
Trying to get them to work. And I think that if we could maybe even target these families so that we can, you know, give some wraparound services to these children, I think that would be a really positive opportunity for all of us.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to take a little while to do this. So it wasn't like, let's do it in the next, month. It's a complicated issue. We just talked about it in education. But it would be nice to sit down and start trying to figure out if there's something we could do about this. And it's affordable housing, it's wraparound services. It's not the kid's fault in most situations. It's something going on with parents having problems, or they run into a bad situation or whatever. But, I mean, can we not start dealing with some of this stuff? It just makes me really sad.
Well, look at your learning outcomes.
Yeah.
This population is so challenged that it's got to be impacting their outcomes.
Mm-hmm. Well, think about our own lives, about the stability and whatever. And think about the instability here. And again, I don't have answers.
It's food too. I mean, I would want Second Harvest and other food sources involved, because I know that when we fed a lot of people out of Maplewood, a lot of people came to Maplewood looking for food after they were closed for so long. They were out of school for so long. There were kids going hungry because they weren't eating, because they weren't going to school.
Well, so we know about the backpack program and everything else, yeah.
I'm sorry, and I get all of that, and I appreciate it. And you provide food for people, they're going to eat it, and not necessarily go and make a way to get the food that they need. But I'm concerned about the violence. I'm concerned about these kids killing each other. Yeah. And I understand, and I have sympathy for all of this, but if we're going to put some priority, because not only do we have those victims who've been shot and killed, but the impact it has on the classmates who've sat there and witnessed it, or have to deal with the fact that they had a classmate in class today and they're not there tomorrow. And, so, and nothing, and I'm all for, and I realize that we've just got a lot of issues. And my concern about all of this is that we put priorities on things that's really taking over and overshadowing the real needs of our people. And the homelessness and the violence and the lack of affordable housing All of those things are critically important, and I think we need to do things as it relates to taking care of the least of these.
Can I
Go
say
ahead,
one
Mr.
other thing?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm thinking about what you said. This was filed before the Florida situation.
I understand that, but I'm not even speaking on the Florida situation. I'm
It's
thinking
the
about the
Nashville
young man that
situation
was on the
here.
bus stop going to school at 6 o'clock in the morning who got
Violence
shot.
is out of control.
Well, so I thought about pulling it back and then trying to recreate it. I don't know, Council Lady. I mean, all I know is that, I mean, you know, as we all serve on this council longer and longer, I'm getting so tired of all this stuff that's happening that somehow not that we can fix it, but I'll tell you what, I mean, I'm not willing to, we gotta keep trying. And
We
I
may
don't-
can't fix it, but there are some people who can fix it if they were intentional and deliberate about it, and all of this stems back to poverty. And I think it's all about making sure people have adequate jobs. You know, they say you want to take a gun out of a child's hand, give him or her a job. You want people to have homes, they got to have jobs for them to be able to afford it. So we've really got to take a real look at poverty and address that issue. And I think if we do that, if we get to the root of that, it'll help the other outcomes or the extenuating circumstances that come from that.
Yeah, that's a good discussion that we're having, because I know firsthand the families who I know who were part of the rental system and who property owners who have decided to sell their properties, and now they're homeless. They're one family staying within a van, and they have 5 kids who are going to our metro schools. So we do have issues. I don't know if I think both of those are entangled, but then we got to answer life's questions for both sides. So that's a difficult thing, and that's what all of us are here, is to see what we can do and to play our parts to get things done. All right? We'll just go ahead and call for the vote for this. All 4 for this. All right? All right, we got 6-4 and 0 against. Thank you.
Thank you.
Before you leave,
No, we have 2 more. We have two.
we were leaving them.
Yeah.
Sorry, now that I've interrupted, on the question about House Nashville,
Yeah.
I did look up a little bit more information just while you're already still here. The Homelessness Commission launched the House Nashville campaign in 2013 to foster collaboration in our community to end chronic homelessness. The purpose of this local campaign is to foster collaboration among stakeholders from the nonprofit, business, faith-based, and government sectors. House Nashville partners strive to improve local systems in regard to the housing placement rate and the retention of housing for individuals and families experiencing homelessness or at risk of homelessness. So it's a collaboration of multiple partners, but it's one that was initiated by the Homelessness Commission.
Okay. All right. All right, we because of time, we're going to move on to Resolution 2018-48. Virtue, Gilmore, and Allen accepts a grant from the Boulevard Bulk Inc.
Resolution?
Well, this must be the same copy. It was just stacked.
Those were deferred one meeting.
Yeah, this was the deferred one meeting. It must be the same one. And if not, any other discussion?
RS 2018-1048.
Yeah, 1048
What's the next one?
and 1050
1048 and 49.
and 1050.
We
We don't have a 1050.
All right, well, the next one is RS 2018-1050, Virtue, Dial, and Elrod.
That's not hospitals.
We're not on that one? Well, it's on our,
Public Works. Public Works and Budget and Finance.
for the budget and finance, yeah. Well,
And Public Works.
all right, well, it was in our stack, but we're good. Thank you very much, and we'll go on.
Thank you.
All right.